What's going on, guys? It's Go Gamer here, and it is almost that time of year where we start getting into the whole Madden 21, my bad. The whole Madden 21 landscape as that's coming out in just a little over a month here. And so today I'm going to be showing you guys the 10 best teams to do in franchise mode. Now personally, I have about 3 or 4 teams I am personally choosing. I've not decided yet if I'm going to do just one franchise or I'm going to do 2. I will let you guys know. I will show you guys those teams in this video on the teams I am planning on rebuilding. But let's just go ahead and start with the first team, and that is the Bengals. That's a pretty obvious choice here. This is gonna be a team that a lot of people do. You guys do have Joe Burrow here. You have Joe Mixon, AJ Green, Tyler Boyd, and John Ross, and T Higgins. So the offense here is pretty good. You could use some help on the tight end position and the O-line. But the defense at D-line was probably actually pretty good. The linebackers you need some help with. Cornerbacks, though, you have a lot of speed at corners, but the catching on the corners is very low. So you're probably get a lot of drop interceptions most likely. So you could most likely improve those. And then free safety, you have a pretty solid free safety. There's not a lot of speed, but you can always upgrade that. And then safety, you have a pretty decent safety. So this team's not that difficult. They could definitely be harder. This is not one of the teams. This is not one of my 3 or 4 teams that I was thinking of using. So that's the first team. The second team is the Bills. And the Bills are one of those teams that I was kind of thinking about, but I kind of decided not to. They're an interesting team, though. Now, I could change my mind when I say I decided not to. I could always change my mind. I still have over a month to decide. But you have Josh Allen here, who people have all these different kind of opinions on Josh Allen. He's good, he's bad, he's decent. And the running back, you have Singletary. You definitely could improve there. And then a wide receiver, of course, you use Stephon Diggs, John Brown, Cole Beasley. So you're pretty good at wide receiver. Tight end, you can always use a little bit of improvement there. Then the O-line is pretty decent, except for really kind of right guard and right tackle. But I think those can almost hold you for basically for the first season. And then left end, you could use improvements at. And then the linebackers are pretty solid, but it's this. The cornerbacks, because after Tre'Davious White, you have Levi Wallace, who is not bad, but you do have an old Josh Norman. You're definitely going to improve that to use his team. And a free safety, you have Micah Hyde, so that's pretty good. And then Jordan Poyer. So this team is pretty good. This is probably the easiest team I'm probably going to show on the list to rebuild out of all the teams. Let's go to the third team, and that is the Broncos. The Broncos, hold on, let me get the quarterback. The Broncos, they have Drew Lock here, who he is 70 overall, by his downloaded roster. He's probably going to be more like a 76, most likely. He's pretty solid. You can probably make a decision on him. Melvin Gordon, of course, Phillip Lindsay. You're definitely good at running back for a while. But then at wide receiver, you're Sutton, Judy, KJ, Tim. So you're very good. And Deshaun Hamilton. In the face of the franchise, Madden 20, I got drafted to the Broncos. And I played many seasons of that. And Deshaun Hamilton became a beast. I don't know if he became a beast in Madden 21. But I'm just letting you guys know. He turned out to be pretty good. Especially in this game. So, this team is pretty easy. Noah Fant. He was one of those guys also in my face of the franchise that just balled out. The O-line, though, can definitely use some improvement. That is where you're probably going to spend a lot of your time in the draft and free agency and trades. Left end can definitely, right end, Bradley Chubb can develop. You have Terrell Casey, Von Miller, of course, Alexander Johnson, you got Todd Davis, and then the Broncos picked up AJ Boy and Bryce Callahan. So those are 2 very good pickups. And then, of course, you have Justin Simmons and Kareem Jackson. So this team is also probably one of the easier teams to rebuild. We will get to the hard teams coming up. So my third team is the Dolphins. Now the Dolphins are not one of my teams because this is the fourth team I believe that we are doing. So this team, they're basically a team a lot of people use. You have Tua, you got Matt Breida, 94 speed, Jordan Howard, Balaj. So you're pretty good at running back. Wide receiver, you have Devontae Parker and you have Albert Wilson. You can probably use some Jakeem Grandis on 86 speed. So you could use a little improvement at wide receiver. Tight end, Mike Gudzeski. He's 23, so he could probably develop to a pretty good player. But you can make your decision on that. Left tackle, you have Boston Jackson, Eric Flowers, Ted, Solomon, and Roberts. So definitely you're going to need some improvements on the O-line. Lucky enough for you though, all the people in the O-line are under 27. So that is a very good sign for you. Emmanuel Ugba, he's 25 years old. You can make a decision on him. He might be decent for you. Right end, Shock Lawson, Christian Wilkins, Rakeem Rook. I don't even want to try to. I don't even know how to pronounce that guy's name. So you can definitely use some improvements on the line. Probably get a linebacker, Kyle Van Noy, Jerome Baker. He's very young. And you also have Byron Jones, Xavier Howard. You're definitely good at cornerback. Definitely good there. Bobby McCain could maybe use a better free safety. And safety, you definitely probably need to improve at that position. So we're going to go to the fifth team here. And that is the Giants. Now, the Giants, they are one of my 4 teams that I was thinking of. They're kind of on the lower list. I'm most likely probably not going to be them. Unless you guys want me to, comment down below at the end of the video who you guys want me to be. I'll be kind of doing a little voting poll there. So you have Daniel Jones here. He can turn into a stud, a bust. He can turn into a lot of things. We don't really know yet. Of course you have Saquon. You're good at running back. And, and you have Deion Lewis. So you have a pretty good backup there. And then a wide receiver, you have Golden Tate, Shepard. You could probably use some improvements because Golden Tate is getting old and Sterling Shepard. He's young, but I don't know how long else will be doing your franchises. If you're doing as long as I'm going to do, which is like 10 years, at some point you're going to want to get rid of Sterling. Evan Ingram, probably good. Left tackle, Andrew Thomas, probably good there. Same with Will Hernandez. Center, definitely want to get a better center of that position. And then you have Kevin, a right guard, you're good there. And then Matt Peart. So, Matt Peart's also a rookie. So, you know, that will see how they progress. BJ Hill, he's decent. Probably make a decision on your own on him. Probably good right end, Leonard Williams. Dalvin Thompson and Dexter Lawrence. If you can go out and try to get a better D tackle, but I think the guys will hold you for at least a couple of years. Left outside linebacker, you have Kyler. If you're comfortable with him, that's your decision. David Mayo, a middle linebacker, probably definitely going to improve this position because it's very important. Right outside backer, you have Lorenzo Carter, probably going to improve that position too. And then cornerbacks, you don't have a lot of speed at all, so you're probably going to improve there. Free safety, you have Xavier McKinney, so you're probably safe there. And then Jabril Peppers, so you're probably good on all positions. So let's go to the 6 teams here, and this is kind of like my #1 team. This is like my #1 team, and I'm feeling this could definitely be one of the teams I do. I don't know if I'm going to do 1 or 2 franchises, but definitely this is probably going to be one of them. Because I really want to do this team. You have Gardner Minshew, who you can definitely make your decision on him. Then you have Joshua Dawes and Mike Glennon. So this is the quarterback, definitely positions, definitely going to be interesting. And a running back, Leonard Fournette, probably good there. And Chris Thompson, who has 91 speed. And then a wide receiver, you have DJ Clark Jr. He's probably good. He's 22 years old. Dead Westbrook, 93 speed. The Jaguars do have a lot of speed, though, so that is good. So wide receiver, if you beat them, and you have Chenault and Keelan Cole, you have actually a pretty good wide receivers. That's probably your strongest position. Tyler Fort, he's 79 overall, but he's also 28. So you might get another 1, maybe 2 season productive. He might still be productive for you, but have maybe a little bit of a downfall. And then here's where things get ugly. Left tackle, you have Cam Robinson. Left guard, you're good at Andrew. And that's center, but Ben Barch and Jawan Taylor. So 3 positions at the O-line spot. And left end, you have Josh Allen. You're probably good there. 22 years old. And Janique Nukwaku, 24. You're good there. D tackle, you probably want to improve. Only 70 and 75. Left out linebacker, Kalavian Chanson. You might want to improve that, but he's also just a rookie, so he will probably regress. Joe Schobert, he's 82 overall. He's probably good. And then right out linebacker, you have Miles Jack. And then you have C.J. Henderson, D.J. Hayden, Rashawn Melvin. Don't have a lot of speed. I mean, you have 92, 91, but that's not great. So you could definitely improve there. Free safety definitely improved. Gerard Wilson's not going to cut it. And same with Ronnie Harrison. This team might be the hardest team to rebuild. That's kind of why I want to be them. I mean, just look at it. You know it's gonna be hard when your second best player is your kicker at Josh Lambo. So the third team, this team is another one team on my list here. It's the Jets. They have Sam Darnold. Personally, I am not very sold on Sam Darnold. A lot of people are. I think he's overrated. So you can make a decision on him. And then of course you have Le'Veon Bell. He kind of had not that great of a season, but you can make a decision on him. And then wide receiver, we lost. Oh man, I'm blanking on his name. It's gonna come to me at some point. I'm blanking on his name right now, guys, but it's gonna come to me. But you lost your star wide receiver. I can't remember why. It's gonna bother me all day. You lost your star wide receiver. For some reason, I'm blanking on his name, even though I said it like just a day ago. So you got Jameson Crowder, Quincy, and then you also have Denzel Mims, who's probably safe, and Rashad Perriman. So you definitely want to improve here. Tight end, you have Christopher Herndon, the 4th or 5th, I don't even know. He's probably not safe. Then a left tackle, you have McKee Becton. He's a rookie, so he's probably safe. Alex Lewis, probably want to improve there. Connor, want to improve there. Brian, you're probably good. And George Fan, you definitely want to improve. Henry Anderson, if you want to keep him, keep him. Quentin Williams, he's young, so he's probably good to progress into a pretty good player. Steve Mlekin, he's 80 overall, but 33, so you definitely want to get a good person, most likely in the draft. And Blake Cashman, he's 74 overall. He might progress, but we'll see about that. And then you also have C.J. Mosley, and then you have Jordan Jenkins. 75 overall is not great, but it's not horrible. You might be able to keep him for a year or 2. He might progress into more like a 78 overall. And then a cornerback, you have no speed at all. I mean, 90 is the best. That's not good. Definitely want to put there. Free safety, you have Marcus May, probably good there. I mean, of course, a faster one could definitely help. But, and then of course you have Jamal Adams. But if you want to keep it realistic, most likely trade Jamal Adams. You just want to keep the thing realistic. If I am the Jets, I will most likely just trade Jamal Adams to keep it realistic, because we all know he does not want to stay in New York. So the next team, I believe we're on our... Oh crap, let's count, hold on. We are on our... We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That was 6, okay. So on to our 7th team, which is the Panthers. And this is my last team, my 4. I believe it was 4 on my list. Sorry, it was 5. Sorry, there was 5 teams. Actually, most likely, I don't even know why I really said the Giants. I'm probably not going to be them. So it's mostly 4. I should probably just kick the Giants out of the list. But the Panthers, they're probably the 3rd team out of my 4. You have Teddy Bridgewater, who they signed. He has that big contract. Hey, if he plays good for you, keep him. If he doesn't, you do what you want to do with him. And then, of course, you have Christian McCaffrey. I don't know why you want to keep him. Robbie Anderson, that's good. I'm gonna really bother myself about that. Wide receivers are actually pretty good. You got DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel, a lot of speed there. You're probably good at that position. Tight end, definitely gonna want to improve. Seth, not gonna cut it. 76 overall left tackle is probably fine, even though he is 30, so you might want to get someone in the draft. And then Dennis Dale A, left guard, definitely want to improve that position immediately. Center, you're good at Matt. John, definitely want to improve that position. And then Taylor Moton, definitely you're probably fine at that. You're fine at that position at right tackle. At left end, Yuri Gross-Matisse. He is a rookie though, so you might be able to keep him for a year or two and see how he progresses. Right end, you have Kawan Short, but he is 3 overall, so he probably has about a year or two left of really good football. And then Derek Brown, a rookie. I don't know, probably most likely want to keep him unless you get really good trade value for him. But he's going to be progressing, probably a really good player for you. And then Tahir Whitehead, he's probably fine at the beginning of the franchise, but can definitely move over there. Same with Shaq Thompson, probably fine for the first, but you can always improve. Brian Burns, 79 overall, he's only 21, fine, that is actually probably great. He's progressing to a pretty good player. Then cornerback, you have Donte Jackson at 96 speed, Troy Pride, and TJ Green, so you actually have pretty good speed, but it's not good coverage or anything like that. Strength, agility, acceleration, awareness is made at 60, that's just not good, it's made at 70. It just isn't. I think definitely improve that position. Free safety, you're probably fine. 79 overall for a free safety is pretty good. And then Jermaine Shin, a rookie. Keep him, you can move him. That's probably your decision. So the 7th team is the Rams. Now this is the last team on my short list. And you're probably wondering, well, the Rams are kind of good. That's why it kind of makes it fun. Because they're good, but they aren't great. You know, there's a lot of course, Aaron Donald's fine, Jalen Ramsey. You know, all those guys are fine, Cooper Kupp. But there's, like, the little things. You know, Jared Goff, is he the quarterback of your future? Cam Akers, does he regress into a really good player? Cooper Kupp and Robert Woods, you're probably fine there. Josh Reynolds, you got Tyler Hebe, you got Andrew. Definitely for the left guard position. Center, you're probably fine. Definitely for the right guard position. Final right tackle. Final left end. Terrell Lewis, he's a rookie. You can definitely decide on him. Aaron Donald, of course. I don't know why you would trade him. Leonard Floyd, he's decent. He might progress into it more like 81 overall, so I'll probably keep him. Middle linebacker, though, you got Micah Kaiser. Definitely want to get proof that position immediately. Samson Ibaka, I don't even know. He's good. You'll probably find there. The quarterback, you have Jalen Ramsey, but after that, you definitely want to improve after Jalen Ramsey. After Jalen Ramsey, just fall straight to 74 overall. Definitely improve that position. Free safety, but definitely improve that. Definitely improve that position. And then John Johnson, the third, you'll probably find there. So this is probably my short list of 4. So my next team, pretty sure this is the 8th team, is Redskins. They have Dwayne Haskins. I'm personally not sold on Dwayne Haskins. I think he's going to be decent, but I don't think he'll definitely be a star. You have Alex Smith with his big contract, and Kyle Allen. Of course, you have Old Adrian Peterson, Reese Guice. That's pretty much it. And then you have Terry McLaurin, who he's actually pretty good. I've played with him before. He's actually pretty good. If you're asking me for advice, keep him. He's pretty good. Cody Lattimore. But yeah, he definitely probably for this position after Terry. I believe Terry should not be traded. Just trust me when I say that. Unless Madden 21 just does something with him and makes him a complete horrible player. At tight end, you have Logan Thomas. Definitely improve that position. Left tackle, definitely improve left tackle. Definitely left guard. Center, you're probably fine. You could probably try to get a better one. But you might be there, probably fine there for at least a year or two. Right guard, you're fine with Brandon. And then right tackle, Morgan Moses. He, except why guys, he makes a lot of penalties. So if you want him, Obviously, I put sliders on that makes it more realistic, so there's more penalties. He gets a lot of penalties. Left end, you have young Chase Young, so he's probably safe. Jonathan Allen's probably safe. Matthew's safe. Ryan's safe. Thomas, these two positions you can probably choose, even though he is 36. But you do have Reaper Foster, 25 overall, right after him. So, that's your decision. Montez Sweat, he's pretty good. Maybe you trade him, maybe you don't. That's your decision. Then you have Kendall Fuller, Ronald Darby. So you have a lot of speed there. And then, of course, a Maru with 94 speed. But, you're like, awareness 69 overall. These two guys have very good high awareness. Let's see. Catching, 68, not good. Kendall Fuller actually is really low catching. So yeah, it's nothing too great. And then a free safety, you have Sean Davis, who is a 7 overall. I definitely improve that position. And Landon Collins, probably safe for a safety. And then the next team out of my list is... Oh, I skipped this team. It's the Raiders. My bad. I skipped the Raiders. I'm a Chiefs fan, so I'm definitely not with the Raiders. But are they probably a good team to rebuild? Yes. You probably have a little bit of a quarterback competition, unless you really want to start Derek Carter. Derek Carr, sorry. But most likely have QB competition. You have Josh Jacobs, he's most likely safe, I would assume. Tyrell Williams, definitely probably want to improve the position except for Henry Ruggs. He has 96 speed, and he's a rookie. Darron Walker, probably good for a tight end. Left tackle, probably want to improve there. Left guard, you're good. Center, you're definitely good. Right guard, you're good. And so O-line, you're pretty good except for left tackle. And then a left end, you have Max Crosby. He's only 22, so he might progress into a pretty good player. So you can make a decision on him. Colleen Farrell, probably improve that position. Same here. I mean, I don't know. I would assume you guys want to improve that position. That's a linebacker. This is probably fine for right now. Middle linebacker, 77 overall is probably fine. Corey Littleton's probably good. And then a cornerback, this is a position you definitely want to improve on. I mean, this would be like the first thing. Like, right when I get out, just go to the trade and try to get better cornerback. Free safety, you're probably fine there. And then Demetrius Randall, you're fine there. So the last team on this list is the, is the Vikings. And the Vikings are just one of those teams where Kirk Cousins, you can keep him, you can move him. Dalvin Cook's good. Adam Thielen, of course, is good. You have Justin Jefferson. Probably could maybe try to go out and get a better third string. Tight end, Kyle Rudolph is probably fine. I mean, left guard, you definitely want to improve. Maybe center. Right guard, you probably want to improve. You have Daniel Hunter. Probably want to improve a right end. Michael Pierce, probably fine there. Outside linebacker, you're probably improve there. Middle linebacker with Eric, you're good. Right outside linebacker with Anthony, you're good. And then Jeff Gladney, probably want to improve here. You don't have a lot of speed. Free safety, probably want to keep him. And Anthony Harris. This is not a hard team to rebuild. This probably, I mean, to be honest, maybe probably the easiest. There's another team I kind of thought was pretty easy. So my top 4 teams, I'm going to list them in order, the teams like I would choose from. I have all the top 4 teams I listed. Jaguars are definitely number 1 on the list. The Jets are probably number 2. And then the Rams are 3. And then the, sorry guys. And then, oh my god, I'm blanking. Who was my other team? Oh, the Panthers. The Panthers are probably my 4th team. Sorry, I don't know, my brain is just completely going blank right now. So it goes Jaguars, Jets, Rams, and Panthers as that's the list. So Jaguars I'm probably definitely gonna do, and the others I'm kind of leaning towards doing 2 franchises. I probably might do one more than the other. But I think the Jaguars is the one I'm leaning towards personally. But I have not officially came out and announced who my franchise will be. I'm probably gonna see what you guys say in the comment section. And if you guys want me to be the Jaguars, or another team, just comment down below. We will continue doing the Madden 17 series, so if you don't know what that is, it's in a playlist section, go watch those episodes. We'll be releasing that into Madden 21, and probably even further than that. I want to do many seasons of that, so we continue doing that. If you enjoyed the video, click the subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time.